Hey, LifeMission Church. Here I am in our sanctuary all by myself, thinking about you guys. Matter of fact, I've been thinking about you a lot this week, been praying for you. I know these are crazy days, full of all kinds of chaos and all kinds of news that can cause us to fear, that can cause us to kind of be overwhelmed. And I get that. Believe me, as I've been watching the news, I've had to just turn it off and open my Bible and remind myself that God's still God and that God's good. Matter of fact, I've been meditating on a lot of verses this week out of Psalm 91, Psalm 46, Isaiah 41. I love this one. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you." Have you know, at the end of the day, that's what we have to hold on to, the truth that God is with us. And the truth is, Jesus said, in this world, we'd face trials, we'd face tribulations, and that's what we're in right now. But the good news is this. He goes on to say, take courage because I've overcome the world. And we can take courage today in knowing that this world is not all there is and that God has not left us. Jesus said this, he said, I'll never leave you and I'll never forsake you. So I want to encourage you today, He's with us. He's for us, and He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us, and His grace is sufficient for us. And so we got to take courage in that. But you know, as a pastor, I've been praying for you, and I've also been watching. I've been watching the news, monitoring what's going on, and we as leaders been looking at it. And as the week has changed, have you know a lot's changed since last week? I mean, a week ago, we were just footloose and fancy-free. We knew about this thing called COVID-19 or coronavirus. But man, in just the last few days, so many things have changed, including some of the recommendations and even restrictions that our government's putting on us. Can you believe a week ago they were recommending not large groups of over 1,000, then it was 5, then it was 250, then it was 50. I heard just the other day that the president came out and encouraged no groups larger than 10. We've learned some new terms, you know, social distancing, self-quarantines, all those things have kicked in. And as leader of a local church that is in the thousands, I've got to take that seriously. I've got to look at my calling as a pastor, our calling as a local church to be a community, to build each other up, and also our responsibility as citizens, as part of this community, a community that's in crisis right now. And so when our governor came out the other day and mandated no gatherings over 50, we took that to heart. And we as leaders began to process and pray together. And so I want to kind of give you kind of what it's going to look like for us over the next 15 days as we engage with our community and honor our governing officials and yet at the same time seek to honor God. So here's what it's going to look like. For the next few weeks, all of our worship services are going to be online. That means this room's going to be empty, but we can still worship together. Matter of fact, we're going to have a full worship team here at all of our worship services. I'm going to be bringing the word. I believe God's put some really important, timely messages in my heart for the next few weeks. So we'll worship together, but you'll meet with us online in your home or really wherever you are. You can gather with us on your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad. If you can do it on your TV, that's a great way. As a family, we're going to cast onto our TV and worship together. All those things are available. So we'll be doing that on the weekends. Our normal weekend services will be on Facebook. They'll also be on our website. So you'll be able to tap in on Saturday night, Sunday morning, all the normal times. All of our campuses, you guys can do that. Also, we're going to add to that some really cool, significant opportunities. Our student ministries and our kids ministry are also going to be creating content that you can play at home, that your kids can engage with. Our leaders are putting devotionals together and some different resources that during this time that all of our kids are home from school and we're kind of all sequestered in our houses, that we don't just binge watch movies, but we slow down and we invite the sacred into our homes. We engage and we say, God, help us to draw near to you. I was even thinking about this the other day. In some ways, this is kind of like a mandated Sabbath. It's like, okay, in the midst of this time, we have the privilege to slow down, to be still, and to know that He's God. And so I want to encourage you to do that during this time. As a matter of fact, I was so excited as I was talking to our team. We said, what if we offered more opportunities? So instead of just having our normal Tuesday night worship and prayer, we're actually going to have it every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock. We'll have worship and prayer online on Facebook where you can join in with us and be a part of that. And I'm so excited about that and those opportunities. I also want you to know we've been processing and really strategizing how can we make an impact in our community. And so we've been partnering with some other ministries in the community. You're going to be hearing about some of those things. As a matter of fact, I want to encourage you to be paying attention to the website, to our Facebook page, because there's going to be a lot of chances for us to engage together in community and also engage out there. We're looking for ways to partner with local ministries. We're also looking at our own database of members, people who maybe are elderly or have immune issues or single parents, really anybody that's in need. Matter of fact, let me say this. If you're in need in any way, if this COVID-19 has put you in a situation where you have some type of need, we would love to be a part of meeting that need. I'd be glad to run to the store for you. We'd be glad to pick something up, whatever it is. We want to serve you during this tough time. Another thing that people have asked about is, what about life groups? I mean, some life groups are 3 people, some are 30. What do we do about that? Well, one of the things we talked about was, what if we provide an online opportunity for all of our life groups, our sisterhood tables, our iron groups, all those things as well? And so we've put together a package that you'll be able to tap into through Zoom meetings or Google Hangouts, Google Meet. There's lots of ways that you can do that. All of your life group leaders are being contacted in the next 24 hours or so about those options. Now, you may only have 3 to 5 people in your sisterhood table. You may want to do FaceTime on your phone, or there's all kinds of creative ways. But I want to encourage you, let's not let this season where we're being forced to social distance to keep us from connecting together. Matter of fact, I got to tell you, I've been a part of a small group of pastors on Zoom call for several months. I've been meeting with pastors from around the world. One of them is even from South Africa. We meet every other Wednesday on Zoom, and I feel like I'm with them. It's an powerful thing for me and Mary. We've been a part of that. And so I've already been doing this. I've been experiencing, and I'm going to tell you, if it sounds a little weird to you, it's not. It's awesome. So I want to encourage you to engage and to be a part of that. So there's all kinds of things we could talk about, but I just want to remind you that He is with us, that He's for us, and that we're going to get through this. Somebody said, this too shall pass. As we get through this season, someday this will be in the rearview mirror, and my expectation is that we'll look back on this, not with a sense of frustration or anything like that, but we'll see it as, well, do you remember when we took what the enemy meant for harm and we turned it and we used it for good? The Bible says that's what God wants to do in our lives. And so let's lean in and let God be God and let God build us as a local body during this time.